What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This room right here, one of my friends moved in when we bought this house. She did a mural on the wall here. She had recently bought a house and moved out. And the plan was always when somebody was going to move out of the house that I was going to redo the room, new floor, paint the walls and all that stuff. I decided we're going to leave the mural. We're going to trim this out a little bit so it looks, I got a plan for that, but that's not this video. This video is mostly going to be about doing the laminate floor. I got a new tool to do that. Before I was doing it all on the miter saw in the garage, which works great, but those blades are about 50 bucks a pop. Going through and doing the house in the main living area and the master bedroom, I think I went through 2 blades. It's $100. I got a shear now. We're gonna try using a shear on this floor, see if it speeds up the process a little bit, because I won't be taking the boards from this room all the way to the garage, cutting them and then bring them all the way back, which is about a 70-foot walk or something like that. So these walls here were a purple color. I painted everything back to white, and now it's a gray. It's not like it's super close to white, but it's gray. So it's kind of like something, if you look at the rest of the house, nothing is like a subtle color. Everything is kind of like, that's definitely the color it is. It's not, this is the only room where it could be white. It's like a little off-white kind of thing. So this is the flooring. You got going in here. It's like a gray color as well. The trim's gonna be real white. I've already laid down some of the vapor barrier, as you can see, going on in here. I don't lay it all down because I want it, once the floor starts going in, it kind of holds everything flat. And I use the big boy weights. I know it's only 50 pounds, but it's 50-pound dumbbell. And I use those to hold down the boards while I'm laying everything out. I'm gonna show you how I lay this out. I open up all the boxes for what I project that I'm gonna be using. I have 2 boxes in reserve. I lay it out normally by, this is gonna be a bedroom. Being that it's gonna be a bedroom, we know that this corner over here is probably gonna have some crap in it, a bed, or whatever. We know that this corner over here is probably gonna have a desk or something. So I'm not really worried too much about the pattern against that wall, because I know that there's gonna be stuff against that wall. But the area I'm really kind of concerned with is when you walk in the door here, and this big stretch of flooring right here tends to be what people see the most. So when you set up, when you start digging through all those boxes and you lay everything out like I got laid out in the other room, you want to kind of skip around but work the thickest piles first, so that you get that, if anything's going to run together, it's going to be against that wall where all your stuff's going to be, and it's not going to be in your doorway where somebody's going to walk into the room and see 3 or 4 boards that look kind of the same in close proximity, if that makes any sense. Hopefully when we start doing this, you'll kind of pick up on my thought on it, but that's kind of how I do it. So open up all the boxes, I lay everything out, and we get going. So let's see how the shear works. Let's cut some boards. Couple of cuts on the with this shear now, And I could say it does cut this stuff. I wouldn't say it cuts it well. I would say if you're looking for like super clean cuts, you want something that's gonna look nice, I would probably just stick to the miter saw. This thing tends to, this thing tends to like bevel the cuts pretty bad, and some of them just kind of like explode and fall apart. It just looks kind of like shit. This is gonna work for what I'm doing because all the edges are gonna get kind of covered up when I do the trim. I don't think I might do this way for one more room, but I wouldn't keep this thing around too much longer because it just kind of does a shitty job in my opinion. I'm still gonna use a jigsaw for doing all the complicated cuts, and those all look nice and smooth and clean. So we'll finish it out, see how it works out. I think it'll still turn out okay. I'm just not really the biggest fan of how it like kind of splinters up on the edges and stuff and kind of looks really janky. But okay, I should probably explain what I'm doing real quick. Anytime I gotta go around one of the corners, like I got down here, I measure it all out, but I use blue painter's tape on the part so that when I go and cut this, it protects this finish a little bit so it doesn't blow out when the jigsaw goes across it. I don't know if it works or not, but I've been doing it for a while and seems to work out really well. A little corner I cut down here. That corner I cut right there. I didn't take that off, I just tried to do a quick cut and the little piece of the corner blew out a little bit. That's gonna be okay because it's gonna get covered by the trim, but instead you should use painter's tape so you don't get those little chips in the finish. All right, that's all I got for this video. The floor is done. Focus on me. The floor is now done. On the next video, we're gonna be talking about the trim and putting all that back together, and that'll be the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.